Morning everyone. It's cold here today. It's probably only about 40 degrees, and in Amarillo it's usually always extremely windy, so my GoPros were not going to work with the wind, and the horses don't always work along with the GoPro because I don't like it on the tripod. They're not unsure of it and not quite sure what it's doing or why it's in their field or anything else like that. So wanted to give you a little bit of an update about everybody. And the only way to really do that and to get them to stand still is to feed them. So that's what I did. So my first update here is going to be on our mare. So this is Aline. She was number 6333. They said that she was sore in her back hips. That was untrue according to the video from Bowie. The initial consultation from the doctor said that she was in good health and that she just needed to gain some weight. And as you can see, she has gained some weight because she's been eating. She is 17.3 hands and she is the biggest horse that we have on the property. She's doing really well. She's actually gained some weight. Her spine was really pronounced when we first got her, and now it's not as bad. You can still see her ribs a little. The doctor said that as horses get older, they don't always gain weight like they used to when they were younger. I know, is that good? We rearranged the barn for the third time yesterday because, like I said, we bought this place in February, and we've been learning a lot and what works for the horses and what doesn't work for the horses, and just lots of things that we're learning along the way. She had her dental. Her teeth were pretty good. They did need to be trimmed, so we had that taken care of. But other than that, she is in good health. So I will put some videos in here from over the last 2 months, since it is now almost May. I'll put some videos in here of her and how she's been doing along the way.
It's really hard to tell the size of all these horses. So like I said, today is very windy, so I didn't do the audio on here, but I'm about 5'2", and this just gives you kind of an idea about how big these horses actually are. I have to stand on my toes to actually reach the top of her head. So if I need to get her haltered, most of the time she'll stick her head up because she doesn't want to be haltered and she knows that I can't reach her. So this is just a little idea of how big these horses actually are, and to get a little gauge of their actual size. But she's definitely loved. We love them all so much, and we're so grateful to have them. And she's just a big, big, sweet girl. She has the cutest little nose that I've ever seen. She probably will be camera shy, but we're gonna try that. Yeah, we got a cute little nose. Yes. These are some pictures from when they first arrived here. This is Aline decompressing, Corey giving her brushies. They absolutely love to be groomed. Just learning their new environment, learning that they don't have to work anymore. This is her eating and drooling from her manger, learning their surroundings, and just enjoying their new life, not having to work. I think it was a little bit confusing for them at first because every time we tried to approach them, or anytime they saw a halter, they'd take off the other way. So we're glad that they finally got over that. Aline loves her scratchies, and she usually does those all the time on the fence posts. So I'm glad we have a lot of fence for her to scratch on. Being as tall she is, she has needs to find the high spots. This is just her in the barn. And this is her out in the pasture grazing and just doing normal horse stuff. It's kind of hard sometimes to get videos of horses because they're either eating, sleeping, or just standing. So that's about their life right now. And I know that they're happy. Just enjoying the life that they actually deserve. And I'm so glad that we were able to give them the life that they deserve. And like I said, Aline likes her scratchies. She tries to find anywhere and she'll rub up against them. This is a dead tree that's in part of their pasture, and she usually uses it for butt scratchies. So I'm glad I finally actually caught it on video for once, because it makes me laugh every time I see it. This is Corey out in the pasture giving her scratchies. Like I said, she loves her scratchies, and she usually quivers her lip every time you find a good spot, or she'll stretch her head up. It's the cutest thing, and that's actually what she's doing right here. Just another picture of her standing in the pasture. It was a beautiful sunset, so thought I'd catch that. This was another day that it was a beautiful sunset, and all the horses were kind of just standing around their bale of hay doing horse things. And anytime you're out there, it's hard to get video of them because they just walk up to you and they just want to be loved on. And that's what she's doing right here. And this is Aline is on the right and Camille's on the left. This was them getting ready for bed.
This is 6329. This is Camille, or Cammy. We call her Cammy for short. She's about 16.2 hands, and they said she was 15 years old, but our vet and the dentist think that they're probably all much older than that, probably between 18 and 20. The initial video from Bowie said that she had a problem with her front left leg. That is true. The original doctor that went down to Bowie did an x-ray, and she does have arthritis in her front left leg. It's basically bone on bone from her past shin bone, which is right here in her foot. The vet down there recommended that we had her euthanized because she couldn't walk, and that was very untrue. And I said that we were going to have her looked at when she got back here, and I'm glad we did, because the vet here did a steroid injection, and now she gets along just fine without any problems. Some days when it is cold, she limps a little bit, but she's also overweight, but she's on a diet. They did do a PPID Cushing's test, which is to check for a thyroid condition, and that's why she was overweight, but that came back negative, and she's just on a diet now, and she still eats Alpha Pro like everybody else, but she just eats a little bit less, and we have to feed her separately because she likes to eat everyone else's food. So we've learned a lot over the last months with how to feed everybody, and just wanted to give you an introduction on Camille, and she is doing well.
It's usually really hard to get pictures or video of Camille because this is usually the only thing that she ever does is has her head in the hay. But that's a good thing because we know she's healthy and she's doing well after her procedure. These are just some other videos from her time here so far on the farm. This is Corey giving her scratchies. She loves her belly scratchies. Her little lip twitches when you scratch her belly. So she really enjoys that. So that's her little lip twitching. She's shedding. But otherwise enjoying life. It's really hard to take selfies with draft horses because their heads are so big, but that was me and Camille. These are just a couple other pictures from around the farm. She likes her Alpha Pro. She usually gets it stuck to her nose. And she's usually upset when breakfast or dinner is over. We kick our bowl and apparently now we're standing in it. So this is Miley. She was number 6332. She's one of the smallest horses that we have here on the farm. She's about 16.1 hands and roughly probably about 18 years old. She likes her Alpha Pro and usually gets it all over her face. And we get angry when the Alpha Pro is gone. Upon initial consultation, when the vet went out to Bowie, she actually did have a nosebleed. So the vet did an x-ray on her to figure out why she had a nosebleed, because it's not very common for horses to get nosebleeds. And they found out that she has an extra tooth. So she's an overachiever. And she, when the equine vet came out here, they just filed that tooth down, and now she's not having any other issues with nosebleeds or anything like that. She had a good trim. She does have some allergies coming from Kentucky originally to Texas. I mean, it's very dry here. So she does have some allergies. We've been giving them, actually all of them have had really bad dry skin. It also doesn't help that it's shedding season. Okay, well, we just don't want that hay in there. So she is having some allergy issues and also shedding. So we do give them all, actually, omegas. It's called Horse Shine, and it's got all the omegas in it that they would ever need. She was actually Grandpa's best friend, so she's actually now really good friends with Sophie. She's doing really well. She doesn't have any other issues. Just a smaller horse, you know, being 16.1 hands, she's little. But this is Miley. She was 6332, and she's doing really well. These are pictures of Miley after we got her back here to the farm back in February. This is Corey brushing her out. She absolutely loves to be brushed. She also likes walking around in the barn and eating, just like all the rest of the horses do. This was actually hilarious because I was actually brushing her and she fell asleep in the hay. Just another beautiful sunset here in Texas. She enjoys the sun and every moment of retirement, and she's getting the life that she deserves and getting to spend time out in the pasture and doing what she wants. Loving Alpha Pro, that's why it's all over her face right in this video. She literally had it everywhere on her face. Top, sides, everywhere. But that's a good thing because we know that she's eating and she's healthy. Here's another one. This was another day that she had made it a little bit too watery and she got it everywhere again. This is Miley again out in the pasture, enjoying a beautiful sunny day, a little bit windy, but this is Miley and she was 6332. So this is Sophie. She was number 6330. She's 17.1 hands. We like our breakfast.
17.1 hands. On initial consultation, they did an x-ray because they thought that she might have some arthritis. They did an x-ray, didn't find anything. It was the way she walked was kind of just due to her needing a good trim, which she got while she was still at Bowie, so they all needed their hooves taken care of. So she got her hooves taken care of, and she's doing really well. She was one that needed to gain weight. She was really, really skinny, and not sure if you can tell, but she has gained weight. You can't see her ribs anymore. Her hips aren't as pronounced. We think that she's probably a little bit younger. The vet said that she might be closer to 14 or 15 years old because of her teeth and the way that her body condition is, and that she has gained some weight. But she's doing really well, and this is Sophie. So Sophie does have, she doesn't like her nose touched, and that's obviously because of what's actually on her nose. I don't know if you can see it. She's a little camera shy. So from her being worked all the time, she does have a scar on her nose. The vet said that the hair probably won't ever grow back, that it's just something that happened to her while she was being worked all those years. So she does have a scar, but she's beautiful no matter what.
When Sophie first got here, she was pretty standoffish. She didn't quite know what to think of us or her surroundings or anything like that. So it was took us a little while to get to know her. But now that we do know her, she follows us everywhere. She loves eating her hay and her alfalfa. This was at the beginning when we were still feeding them alfalfa. Now they only eat Alpha Pro, and they have a bale of coastal hay plus whatever's out in the field that they can graze on all day long. But this was when we first got her. She was still pretty standoffish at this point, but she came around. Now she follows you everywhere since she knows that you're the food person and you're going to take care of her and you're not going to hurt her. But she's a beautiful girl. We call her our cover girl because her hair's always blowing in the wind and she always looks so beautiful.
Come on, baby girl. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Good girl. I know it's a beautiful sunset, isn't it?
I go out every night and watch the sunset with the horses. That's one of our things that we do. And this is Sophie enjoying her Alpha Pro, just like everybody else. But she's doing well. Since everyone came from the same family, they usually stay together. And, well, obviously they're her horses and they're herd animals. So these are just some group shots of them from around the farm from the time that they got here and up until now. Just doing things that they always do. Walking around, eating, following each other around, grooming each other, and just enjoying life and retirement. So this is pretty much their life and what they do, and I'm glad that they get to enjoy it. This has to be my favorite picture. That's Miley and Sophie. They're grooming each other, and they tend to do that a lot. So these are just some group pictures, and I hope you enjoy.
Miley's waiting to go out into the pasture because this is what we do after breakfast. We get breakfast, and if the weather's good and we're not going to have any storms or anything like that, we all go out in the pasture. So that's what we're going to do. And everyone else is following right along. Yeah. We ready to go to the pasture? Yeah. We're stepping. We're walking. Cammie's usually coming up in the back. Like I said, she just walks a little bit slower, but no issues with her. We are waiting. We are ready to go to the pasture, aren't we? Yeah. Cammie usually brings up the back. Miley wants to get out there first, so she's usually the one that wants to get out there ahead of everyone. But as you can see, Cammie watched just fine. Yes, I know. I'm getting the gate. Hold on. Gotta get the gate. So the only update I didn't do was on Charlie, and I will do a separate video on him because he is my special boy. I also do a video on the donkeys and how they're doing in their progress, and if you watch all the way to the end of this video, we have a surprise coming up, which I'm super excited to announce and can't wait to share with y'all. Thank you everyone for all your support and your love and kind words with Grandpa. We really appreciate everything, and we're glad that you're following along with our story. Thanks.